It's good to see you again. It's been so long since you've been here. You had me thinking you were dead.
Thank you so much. I'm so glad to say welcome to today's edition, the midweek edition of Unity Trend on Unity 93.3 FM and Unity TV. It's Wednesday, the 21st day in the month of August, the year 2024. As usual, we're reaching you live from the hills of ZINARIYA in Jos North, Plateau State, Nigeria. It's lovely to have you. Iji Adamu is my name. Kobe, if you like, that will be just fine. This program comes your way every weekday, Mondays to Fridays, 8 o'clock in the morning, and we never stop until it is 9:30 in the morning. So please, I'll be very happy if you, for any reason in this life, find it worthy to be a part of it, because we would always give you the opportunity to also make your own contributions. This is one humble effort to ensure good governance and then bring about development. This we cannot do without you, so please stay tuned and enjoy it. This morning, we are streaming live, of course, on Facebook. You can connect with us there and begin to throw your comments. I'll be very happy, and when the time comes, of course, I will get to read your comments. In the studio this morning is your erudite public affairs and current affairs analyst, Professor Paveno H. Bamayi, Dean, Faculty of Veterinary Medicine, University of Jos. Remember, morning shock absorber, morning ginger is coming your way. Enjoy it. Prof.
Kube, good morning.
Good morning,
Suda Makan. That means have you eaten in Malay?
And then I would say
Suda.
Suda.
Viewers and listeners, Suda Makan, have you eaten? The economy is biting hard. There is hunger in the land. Have you been able to find something to eat? If you're in other parts of the world where it's not morning, then good afternoon and good evening. The whole world is passing through a lot of challenges, but probably we more in Nigeria than most parts of the world. So it's a beautiful, wonderful day. Today is the 21st, 21st day of August, a beautiful Wednesday, 2024. I want to ask you, how far so far have you gone with your dreams, your visions, your objectives for 2024? If you are born poor, it is not your fault. But if you die poor, it is your fault. If you are born poor, it is not your fault. But if you die poor, it is your fault. Now, your dreams, your visions, your objectives for 2024, that is moving incredibly fast. Have you gone 60%? Have you gone 70%? Or are you just starting? There will certainly be resistance on the way. But your persistence can break every resistance. There will certainly be hindrances and obstacles, but you can use them as stepping stones to progress. Difficulties will be there, but in the middle of difficulty lies opportunity. Yes, the times may be tough. Tough times don't last. It is tough people that do. You may have failed, but you can try again. You said you've tried, you failed again, try again. Keep trying, keep trying. Failure is not fatal. Success is not final. It is the will to continue that counts. I encourage you, do something. Do something that will be of benefit to you and to humanity. Learn a new trade. Acquire a new skill. Just yesterday, I acquired a new skill, something incredible. I didn't know that that can be done. Acquire a new skill. Make a new investment. Take a big decision. That building project, go ahead with it. That overseas trip, go ahead. You said you want to go to school, there is no money, make an attempt. A young man got admission and he wanted to go, he had no money. His father just gave him a small amount of money, which will not be enough. The father said, take this, just go and begin, just start. And he went And he started, no money. And gradually, little by little, money was coming left, right, and center. And he has graduated today. Just step out in faith and start something. Sometimes people are afraid to take risks. But remember, it is risky not to take a risk. It is risky not to take a risk. Life itself is a risk. It is a risk to sleep and wake up every day and go out there. How sure are you that you come back alive? How sure are you that the seat you're sitting on will even take your weight? How sure are you that the food you're eating is not poisoned, that you won't die? Because many have died by just eating food. In fact, some their food was not even poisoned. A young man was just enjoying goat meat and it got stuck in his throat, and that's how he died. Some have died just drinking water. So life is a risk, but take calculated risks. It is risky not to take a risk. Take that calculated risk, invest. Take that calculated risk, acquire a new skill, a new trade, do something new, and then keep soldiering on, pushing on, moving on, advancing in life. Even if you are crawling, make sure that you are moving. At least you will get somewhere in life. And I encourage you, go out there and be the change that you want to see in the world.
Thank you so much, Professor Proveno H. Bamuyi. Of course, our dear listener and viewer, it is not in your hands what becomes of you each day, because life has a lot to offer. But, of course, it is absolutely in your hands what you make of it, that which life threw at you each day. You can choose to pile it up as a stepping stone to greater height. Okay, so please, thank you. I just want to say this. This is because we need to respect the right of those whom God has blessed to be a little older than we are. Okay, senior citizens, sometimes you call them. Respect them. Let's be deliberate about this. And again, try to tolerate people around you. You might not be coming from the same religion. You might not even have the same orientation, understanding, and all whatnot. But of course, tolerate. And when you do that, you would have a peaceful society. That's what we encourage. Stay away from stigmatizing people living with disability. Thank you so much. This is Unity Trend on your radio. Let's just begin with the issues that we have. Traditional worshippers. Prof, I love this. I love this already.
I love it too.
And I know our listener and viewer cannot but want to hear this. Traditional worshippers demand new system of off-taking for public officials.
Amazing.
So that if you, some believe in thunder striking. So once you make a mistake, according to your oath, you'll be, dealt with instantly. Maybe this is one of it. Anyway, that's it. Later on, we'll see if time will allow us to talk about it. The fake degrees. Uganda, Kenya demands Nigerian students verification. NLC President Ajero fixes date to honor police invitation. Okay, and another one here say controversy over appeal courts purported ruling on Shaibu's impeachment. This one say price of petrol in the north is now 1,000 naira per liter. In 2012, Jonathan increased it from 67 to 97. This is credited to Unisa Tanko. Another one says, those needless death from building collapse. Another one from home, Mutfang suspends 4 key appointees with immediate effect. Indian medics stage nationwide strike over doctors' rape and murder. There's a country where, okay, we'll get to hear about India today. Doctors demand release of abducted colleague, 20 medical students. By the way, our dear listener and viewer, Barrister Paul Zaruma is on his way, and anytime soon he'll be joining us. Professor.
Well, charity begins at home. Mutfwang Manasseh Caleb, His Excellency, the Governor of Plateau State, I think he's on the right track. If public officers are not performing well, deal with them. If they are found to have soiled their hands, also deal with them, whatever it is. We are not given details of what happened, but for them to be suspended, it means that their hands are not clean. Something is wrong somewhere. The affected officials in Plateau State that were suspended include Honorable Chrysanthus Dawam, Commissioner for Budget and Economic Planning, and Honorable Jamila Tukur, Commissioner for Tourism, Culture and Hospitality, and then 2 special advisors, Honorable Dio Lamul, Special Advisor on Rural Development, and Honorable Moses Sule, Liaison Officer for Mikang, the Liaison Officer. The suspension is with immediate effect. As we are talking now, the announcement was made yesterday evening, so they stand suspended right now as we are talking. And that's fantastic. It means that the governor is listening to us and is becoming a man of action. That's how it should be. Act decisively and immediately if something goes wrong. Because if you allow a cancer in the body, the cancer will keep growing and then it will metastasize and spread around the body, and then you will not be able to do anything. That's what happened to Nigeria. At the beginning, we did not deal with mediocrity, with corruption, with all manner of vices and evil in government, and it has metastasized. Metastasized, it has spread all over the fabric of our society and affected the whole nation, from the lowest honor to the highest honor in the country, from the cleaner on the street to the president. You see corruption everywhere. And that is why we must deal with matters decisively, immediately, as they arise. So, kudos to the governor, and we hope that the concerned officials will do the needful, and instead of talking too much, they should apologize and be seen to be repentant. Since you raised the matter of the traditional rulers, let's talk about it before we forget. Yes. And this is coming from one of the southwestern states. Yesterday was public holiday in some of the southwestern states, in respect of a cultural festival, like the Ocean Festival, the Efa Festival and all that. Recall that last year the government has approved public holiday for traditionalists in Lagos State, in Ogun State, in Ocean State, and some other states in the southwest. And now these traditional religionists, African traditional religion adherents, are saying we should change the way people take oaths of office. Because when they take an oath of office with the Bible or with the Quran, they still go and they're very corrupt. And that's what we've seen for more than 60 years. So we've been seeing this as a country, and it is because the Almighty God is extremely merciful and forgiving. And so they misbehave even after swearing in the name of the Almighty. They will uphold the Constitution, they will be fair, there will be equity, they will do what is right, and all that. As soon as they enter office, they have forgotten the oath they took. They begin to steal in billions and trillions. They begin to oppress the masses. They begin to get involved in all manner of evil, our political office holders. So the African traditional religion adherents are saying they should start swearing by taking an oath with an oracle. They should take the traditional oath. Take the oath maybe in a shrine, or bring a traditional religion priest to administer the oath. Why? Because Amadioha is not that merciful. Efa is not that merciful. Ogun is not that merciful. Shango is not that merciful. There will be instant judgment if you don't keep to your oath.
Yes.
The judgment will be immediate. There will not be mercy.
Okay, Prof, before I let you continue, it's good I tell our listener and viewer that Barrister Paul Zaruma is seated in the studio. This is because I know he would want to say something or just jump into the conversation anytime. So it's good I let our listener and viewer know that Barrister is seated, so that by the time he speaks, they will not think he's one of the oracle that is already speaking in the studio. Right.
And you know that this is coming because our political leaders have failed woefully. And the system we've manipulated has failed us woefully. You can see a thief right in front of you, but how do you prove that it's a thief? And how do you establish and get him punished? Out of the 48 ministers in Bola Ahmed Tinubu's cabinet, 41 of them have one legal battle, one corruption charge or the other in EFCC, ICPC, or one organization or one individual or the other. 41 out of the 48. But is anybody talking about it? They are ministers, and the matter has been swept under the carpet. The governors we're having, many of them have issues hanging on their heads, but they have immunity, so nobody will do anything about it. Even the president himself, there are so many allegations, but he can't do anything. He has immunity. You have to wait until he's out of office. Now, they swore an oath, but are they keeping to the oath?
So it's a big question.
And that is why people have gotten so fed up that we are going back again to the Stone Age. And these ATR adherents are saying, look, they should start taking oath through oracles. They should start taking an oath before those God of thunder, God of fire, Amadioha, and the rest of them, because if they break their oath, the judgment will be instant.
Okay, even if not for the sake of instantaneous response by the gods, also the issues of rights, and Barrister is here.
Yeah, I think when taking or administering an oath in the court or during even swearing in, you are not compelled to use either the Bible or the Quran.
You are not compelled.
Yes, if you are a traditional religious believer, you can also take what we call affirmation. So you can affirm. So that's why there are many people who go to court, they decide not to take oath by the Quran or the Bible, but they will rather affirm to say the truth. And then so, the traditional religious believers is a belief system, and also history has also cultural history have also antecedent also have also shown that it could also be manipulated. You know, there are instances where in those days, when a child is born with a sickle cell, you go to those shrines, they tell you that he's an Obanje or he's a demon. So it's not as if those systems too, they are also perfect. They also have their own a lot of things. They have children in those days have suffered a lot of fundamental human rights abuses from these shrines. In some cases, when a child is born with some kind of mental illness, they will say he's a demon. They will ask the parent to go and drop the child, like for instance, children that are born with Down syndrome. They will go and drop if they take them to those shrines, those so-called shrines, those shrines will go and tell the parent to go and dump a child with Down syndrome by the river. That yes, that he does not belong to this world. So you can see also those practices, those shrines also in those days have prohibited the existence of twins. Of course, if not for Mary Slessor, even though in my culture twins are allowed, but if I were to born in somewhere around Calabar, if maybe as a twin I wouldn't be I wouldn't be existing, because in those days, apart from the intervention of late Mary Slessor, you know, they were killing twins, believing that if twins are demons. So you can see that even those shrines, those ATR, they are not perfect. They can also be manipulated.
Absolutely.
There are so many instances of such practices. We have had instances of where they will compel a lot of fundamentally illegal practices, that they will compel women to drink their late husband bath water, you know, and then nothing happened. So you can see, such system can also be manipulated, you know, and they have also there is widowhood practices. That system introduces widowhood practices. So it's not as if the ATR itself is perfect. So it has its own limitation. So and then again, I remember during Obasanjo time, some people agitated that, okay, the pure applicability of the Sharia legal system will solve the problem. And this Zamfara State laid the foundation. And then I remember when Governor Ahmad Bakura Sani Erima went for Federal Executive Council, Obasanjo asked him, where is your hand? I thought that you would come with one hand. So that system also could be manipulated. So when we are talking about manipulation, the ATR can be manipulated. The constitutional system can be manipulated. But our constitution gave freedom of conscience, freedom of religion, and freedom of to practice any religion of somebody's choice. So constitutionally, if you want to take an oath with either Sango or Madioha, or my people in some area, they will say Ukiri. And you know, so if you will want to take that kind of oath, you have the right to do that. You can only take the administer of the oath that, look, I'm a traditionalist. There was a day I was in a court, a free thinker came, and they asked him whether he is going to swear with the Bible or the Quran. He said, no, I'm a free thinker. So they said, okay, affirm him. So they affirmed him. So the Constitution gives you right to express yourself in different ways. So, but I frown at a situation whereby they will come and superimpose themselves on people. There are instances where people has patronized this spiritist to get a protection sham, spiritual shield, and so many things. And you shoot them with a gun, they still die. So that system is not even perfect on its own. So what we are saying is that we are calling on our system, good people, to come into the system. When we have good people to come in the system. And it's not as if we've never had them. The other time I was talking about the likes of Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala and Obiageli Okwesili. They used their diplomatic bottle and wiped Nigeria's debt of over 40 or almost 3 decades. They wiped it off. But today, preceding administration has accumulated those debts again. And then if you also look at the people like Dora Akunyuli, since she left NAFDAC, you hardly hear of NAFDAC again. There are many examples. When we have justices like Justice Mohammed, who is in the Supreme Court, you don't hear this kind of judgments you are hearing. So there are good people in the system. Even now, we can even point at some of them. When you are talking about justices like Justice Yergata Nimpar, you know, these are judges that are still standing with conscience and the fear of God. Right. So there are many of them that they are still good. Only we have to encourage them. And then if you believe in Amadioha, you can take your oath with Amadioha. If I believe in my Bible, I can take my oath with the Bible. The person that believes in Quran, he can take his own with the Quran. But there are consequences here or hereafter.
Okay, before we talk about the NLC President Joe Ajaro's now agreeing to honor police invitations, maybe these traditional worshippers, not really the taking to take the oath that matters, but that the judgment of these gods should.
Let me give one example before Prof came in. You know, you remember Bakassi boys? They were reputed to use one knife like that, one spiritual knife. If you are a murderer, if they place it on your body, it will show red. If you're anything, and they were reputed. But you know how it was eventually manipulated. So, Prof, you can come in, please.
No, it's the concern is that there is no judgment when this evil is perpetrated. It's because we manipulate the system. In the places where we got the democracy from, why is it that corrupt officials are put in jail? Why is it that they are penalized? It's because they have strong systems in place that are working for them. Here in Nigeria, we have individuals who are stronger than the system. And that is why you now, as could be, you can go and break a traffic law, you'll be arrested, or something will happen, or they will impound your car, you know, whatever. But a senator will do the same. They will allow him go because he's a senator. That is why somebody will go and steal chicken, he will be in prison for 3 years. A senator will steal billions, and he will still be moving around scot-free. It's because we have individuals, we've allowed individuals to become stronger than the system in place. And it is a systemic failure of leadership over the years. Now, you're guilty of corruption in China. It doesn't matter whether you're the president. You know what will happen to you. And the same thing in Singapore and in other parts of the world. But here, the law is supposed to be blind. Yeah? That woman is supposed to be blind, you know. But in Nigeria, the law has eyes. And is looking at, oh, that one is honorable that is coming. Okay, let me turn the judgment the other way. Oh, that one, that is a traditional ruler. Let me turn the judgment the other way. You know, why? Because of the manipulation of the system. That we are looking at the individuals and then we give judgment, you know, based on the individuals. We manipulate the system, even those who are supposed to enforce, because sometimes the court has pronounced judgment, but those who are supposed to enforce it, they would be looking at, no, we can't, that is, Oga is untouchable. Let's just forget about it. Right. Now look at what is happening in Edo State. The Court of Appeal has upheld that Shaibu is the deputy governor of Edo State. In fact, the judge said that the Inspector General of Police should provide protection for him and release police to enforce that he should occupy the office. Nobody should do it. But are they going to implement it? We need to watch and see, because the Edo State governor has flouted, gone against judgments and injunctions, and sometimes they just feel that they're above the law. That was one man that ran the state for several months with an incomplete House of Assembly. What happened to him?
All right, thank you very much, Professor Bamiyi and Barrister Paul Zaruma. Our dear listener and viewer, a commercial break is coming your way. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Mr. Politician, it's good to see you again. It's been so long since you've been here. You had me thinking you were dead. How's your taxpayer mansion? How was your...
Get ready to be entertained and inspired by the incredible stories around the globe. Don't miss out on the excitement. Hello at Work is an ultimate TV program that brings to you the interesting stories and daily happenings worldwide. Join us Mondays and Thursdays, 10 a.m. as we dive into the daily happenings and stories. Tune in and stay. Say hello to the world as you bring in your ideas, as it is a perfect blend of entertainment and information. Get ready to stay up to date while being entertained.
Please pay attention. It starts from the foundation. Everybody needs somebody. You turn a blind eye and care nothing less. Say it's just business, all about the money. You are so unbothered as long as they pay. Say it's just business, all about the money. You know they're on a fast lane, but you've got business to run. So you look away the other way. It concerns you. It a kill love, it a kill dreams. It a land people for jail. War against drug abuse.
Unity. Unity TV.
The Financial Services Regulation Coordinating Committee, FSRCC, in collaboration with the National Broadcasting Commission, NBC, wishes to draw the attention of the public to the worrisome increase in the activities of illegal financial operators, IFOs, which threaten public trust and the stability of the Nigerian financial system. The FSRCC and NBC hereby advises the general public to refrain from dealing with unlicensed financial operators who deceive individuals with unrealistically high investment returns. Make sure to verify the licensing status of such companies and schemes on this website. To report any suspicions of illicit financial activities, call 0700 225 5226, 0800 225 5226, or +234 817 665 6273. Let's work together to uphold the integrity of Nigeria's financial system. Announcer, FSRCC.
Are you bored and need some company? Get a TV experience like no other on Unity TV. We are turning up the hits with captivating TV shows, electrifying political programs, music, movies, and lots more that will leave you craving. I'm sure you want to know more. Tune in to Unity TV today and let the excitement take over.
Mr. Politician, it's good to see you again.
Thank you. I'm so glad to say welcome back. In case you're just tuning in, this is Unity Trend on Unity 93.3 FM and Unity TV. We are streaming live on Facebook. Join us at Unity Radio FM/TV. Just your comments, I'll get to read them when the time comes. In the studio, it has been Professor Poveno H. Bamayi and Barrister Paul Zaruma. Before we continue with our issues, I would love to give Barrister Paul Zaruma a minute to announce a big good morning to our listener. You know, he started with the issues of traditional worshippers insisting and also wanting to have theirs, you know, as taking for public officers. Barrister, please, let's have you say big good morning to our listeners.
A very big good morning to our viewers and listeners. Good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are receiving these signals. Thank you for having me in the studio once again.
All right, our hearts goes to the family who, of course, are bereaved. Of course, I learned one of yours lost his wife, and so we commiserate with you and the entire family.
Yes, my maternal uncle, Mr. Pozo Yusuf Achen, lost his wife in an accident yesterday, and it was a sad one for all of us in the family.
Our hearts go out to them. Deepest condolences to the family.
Of course, let's go to having to deal with our issues, but I would also say condolences again to the family of late Baba Musa Gya. Yesterday we were at the burial in Moyango. Pachudu to be precise. Mary Giwa, comrade, and comrade Joseph Chohu Tsudu Yongpa, the spokesperson of the Irigwe Youth Movement, was also there. Truly appreciate it. And I say, I saw a little big man. There are big men in this town, sir.
Oh, yes.
People who go around with their escorts, and I love it when they identify with the people in terms of bereavement and hurts like that. Then, let's just go straight to C2 issues. NLC responding.
Well, the NLC president is supposed to be with the police for preliminary investigations and all that on charges bordering on financing terrorism, subversion, and treason, you know, and all such. The NLC president has said he's not honoring the invitation, not because he doesn't want to go there, but he has said schedules. And his lawyers have said on the 29th of August, that's next week, they will honor the invitation. The NLC is already apprehensive. So the NLC has placed all its affiliate bodies on notice that in case the NLC president is detained, automatically a strike action will be initiated all over the country. Now, remember that when the Pascal Bafia Labour House of NLC was invaded by the police, at first they said it was not the police. At first they said we are not the ones. At first they said no, we are not involved. DSS is not involved. Police, we are not involved. Then later they said we had a certain target that we were looking for in the building. And he's on the second floor. And he's a foreign national. Now the story has changed. Is Joe Ajero a foreign national? Now they are inviting the NLC president that he should come. I mean, why is the police so inconsistent? That is the problem. And why is the Nigerian police force in Abuja so insensitive to the happenings in the country? At a time like this, you are trying to do something that can set the country on fire? Is that your training as policemen? You are supposed to maintain law and order and bring peace. This is not the right time to be inviting an NLC president on air. They went on national TV and national radio. You know his house, you know his office. Why publicize to the whole world that you are inviting him and that if he doesn't come, you are going to arrest him, you are going to do this? So unprofessional of our police.
Prof,
very, very unprofessional.
Prof, this is a decisive. You just, well, maybe it's not a good instance to match that His Excellency Barrister Khaled Manasseh Mutfwang suspended a few of his appointees, and he seems to have commended him for doing that.
Yes.
What about this? Is this not a...
This is completely different. They're not being decisive. Bello Tujir, we know his location. We know where he is. Have you gone to arrest him? Have you gone to neutralize him? All these terrorists that we have, we know them. If you don't know, come, I will take you to their locations. Has the police done anything? Bello Tujiro, whatever his name is still appearing on video. He's still boasting and still bragging, and we know where he is. And the police have not done anything. The military also have not done anything. We know the location of the man as per today. But nothing has been done about Bello Tuji. What have they done? Please tell me one thing they have done to bring that man to book, a sworn terrorist that has killed hundreds of people. They have not done anything. Now it is the NLC president who is head of all different of Nigerian Labour Congress, the whole country, with several affiliate bodies. And now you're inviting him and you're publicizing and making so much noise, threatening to arrest him as if he even refused. Why even accompanying the invitation with a threat? Why don't you just invite him that come, we want to interact with you and that's all. But you're even accompanying the invitation with a threat that if he doesn't come, he will be arrested, he'll be this and all that. Whereas 1 week, 2 weeks ago, you denied that your interest was not the Nigerian Labour Congress, that it was a foreign, national and international terrorist. Is Joe Ajero the international terrorist now? What is wrong with the Nigerian police? What is wrong with the FCT police command? In fact, this one is enough for the police commissioner in the FCT Abuja to resign forthwith, and the Inspector General of Police to resign. Because these are men who have failed. The Inspector General of Police they have launched a book in his honor yesterday. What has he done to improve security in Nigeria? He has made the security situation in Nigeria that he made as IGP is worse than it was before he became the IGP. And now he's allowing them to launch a book in his honor. What have you done? Why don't you even wait to finish office before you allow people to launch your book and you are there to talk? What have you achieved? About 20 medical students are still in captivity. What have you achieved? Let's look at the statistics. The copper that was apprehended on his way going for youth service in Zamfara State is in captivity now for 1 year, 3 days in captivity in Zamfara State. Look at the statistics. 87 persons in Kajuru local government area that were kidnapped. 5 months, 3 days in captivity up to today. They have not been rescued. Chibok girls, 10 years, 4 months, 8 days, still in captivity. Leah Sharibu, 7 years, 6 months, 2 days, still in captivity as of today. 112 Gambaru Ngala girls have been in captivity for 5 months, 23 days as of today. What has the Inspector General of Police done? What has the police force in Nigeria done? What has the military done about all this and several other cases? Is it Joe Ajero that is the problem of Nigeria? Is it Joe Ajero that is responsible for the corruption in the country? Is it Joe Ajero that is responsible for the bandits, for Boko Haram, ISWAP, and all the attacks we're having all over the country? Is he the one that is responsible? Is he the problem of Nigeria? I mean, you're living the real problem, you're chasing shadows. It is a shame that we have this kind of people at the helm of affairs in the police force. It is a shame to this country. It is a slap on the face of the Nigerian police force that this kind of men are the ones leading them, inviting the NLC president with a threat. And now you want to set the whole country on fire. Because if you detain the man, the whole nation, there will be strike now, just because of unprofessional approach to a matter that is very simple. Even me, that I'm not a member of the police force, I will have handled this matter far, far better than the way they do.
That's the angle I want us to dwell now. How would you have loved to have the Nigerian police handle this issue?
Joe Ajero, we have his phone number. Call him and explain that we want to interact with you. In fact, be more professional like they do in some parts of the world. Go as a friend to his house or office.
After all, police is a friend.
Police is supposed to be our friend. And say, we want to have a chat. There is somebody mentioned your name, related to maybe something about terrorism. We just want to discuss with you about it. And, as a friend, if you're friendly, he will open up and say, well, this is what happened between me and that person. Or I don't know the person. And then you can say, but we want to talk about it further. Is it okay if you write a statement for us? And I don't think he's going to refuse.
Yes.
Except he has something to hide. But not coming on national TV, because I saw them on national TV. I saw them on FRCN. I heard the announcement on Federal Radio Corporation of Nigeria nationwide, inviting Joe Ajero, the NLC president, and then adding a threat of arrest if he doesn't honor the invitation. Why do you do that?
Okay.
That is very unprofessional.
Okay, Prof, we'll
right? So if you interact with the person, show yourself to be a friend, you will get the information you want. In fact, this matter will have been over, nobody will even know in this country. But now it has become international news headlines. Do you know that this issue has gone beyond Nigeria? The whole world is laughing at us now. It is news all over the world.
Okay. Prof, maybe before...
And this is uncalled for. This is something that could have been handled, more professionally, and then will not be in all this confusion and commotion with a threat of strike action by NLC.
Our caller will call, and I'm sure they'll be saying Panadol is not for free. We truly appreciate how it feels to see things going on this way, especially at a critical time like this in the history.
We have so many problems in Nigeria. Joe Ajero is not the problem of Nigeria. Like there are things to do, and you're wasting your energy chasing shadows. It's unfortunate.
Okay.
As long as I'm concerned, not even Joe Ajero, nobody in Nigeria should be ordinarily above the law, even though it is not the practice today. The other way is the case. But the ideal thing is that nobody should be above the law. For instance, Yahya Bello has been evading court, and recently the Court of Appeal just passed a verdict and said you cannot run away from lawful authority. You have to go and clean yourself before the court. So you cannot shield yourself from prosecution or investigation. Supreme Court have held in a plethora of authorities that an individual cannot shield himself or protect himself from investigation. Be that point having been established, is that the approach, just like Prof rightly pointed out, the approach is not the best thing. You can get a warrant. The police have the right to arrest you with warrants. Particularly people of the status like Joe Ajero, they are not invisible. Their office is known. Everything about him is well known. And then again, what is the essence of barricading the Labour House just in the name of arresting Joe Ajero? What is the essence that our security agency will go in a draconian method just to go and in a Gestapo manner, just to go and just to arrest Joe Ajero? I think that approach is undemocratic, is illegal. One of the things that people are accusing judges of, and people are not aware, when Buhari came into office, one of his fake victims were the judges. He went into, particularly justices of the Supreme Court. He went into their homes. He sent security agents, particularly the Department of the Security, that's DSS, in the middle of the night. And that's how, in a Gestapo style, they break into their houses and then harass many of them, while there is a clear position of the law on how to deal with an erring judge. And I am telling you, this is one of the things that sent fears to the nerves of these judges. Because that approach to security, yes, because...
How did you know about this?
Yeah, you are not protected, it's obvious. Since after that incident, about 4 justices were subjected to such kind of humiliation of the Supreme Court. And immediately after that, you can see you hardly go to Supreme Court against the federal government in that regime and then get justice. And then in most cases, these are the people that, as the security agency, are the people that are supposed to execute the law. But now they are now violating those people who will pass the verdict. Now, by the time they pass the verdict, can you say that they are standing on the right prison to implement that decision of the court?
You know, anybody in this country, as we have seen, can pretend, impersonate, pretended to be who he or she is not, just so to drive attention as if it's the relevant authority doing this. So if you said some judges were being harassed even in their homes, you know, anybody can. We have issues of fake soldiers, fake whatever.
That one was not fake. In fact, the authorities admitted. They accused them of corruption. And then there is a provision, the clear-cut constitutional provision, that where a judge is found to be corrupt, this is how to deal with him. This is step 1, step 2, step 3. They violated that provision of the Constitution and went ultra-virus. So you can see, these are some of the things we are pointing at. We need to have strong institutions. Strong institutions that can even investigate the authorities themselves. You know, I was reading a book about one of the superpowers in the country, that even as a director with the intelligence, some other intelligent people are spying at you to see if whether you are patriotic or not, whether you are compromising some sensitive information. So you spy at each other, and that is how to make it, because we don't have strong institutions. The institutions are being manipulated. So, and then by the time you use the authority, for instance, to suppress those other arms of government, then you will now have an untouchable executive arm of government. And the executive arm of government, even judgment is gotten, they choose which one to implement and which one not to implement.
Now, that leads us to fake degrees. Now, the image of this great country, Nigeria, which, of course, every day there is hardly a day without people mentioning that Nigeria is the giant of Africa. But what is our image out there? And now this headline says fake degrees. Uganda, Kenya demands Nigerians, students, verifications. Now,
well, it's payback time. But just before that, let me just say that on the NLC president, we are not saying that, in fact, he himself has not said he will not even honor the invitation. All right? Because he's not above the law. His lawyers have said he will come. He will honor the invitation. There is no problem. This invitation, they just gave him how many hours? You know, they had given me notice today and said, by tomorrow I should just go and appear. As if I'm just an idle man doing nothing. As if there is a big emergency at stake that the Nigeria would just perish overnight if I don't come. Is Joe Ajero the one responsible for fuel scarcity? With the long queues, is he the one that removed oil subsidy? Is Joe Ajero the one that is kidnapping people all over the country? Is Joe Ajero responsible for our foreign debt at the increase of electricity tariff? Is Joe Ajero the one that is responsible for the hunger and economic hardship in the country? That is not an emergency. Joe Ajero is not our problem. We are not interested in it. It should have just been between him and the Nigerian police, not involving the whole country by going on air, nationwide, TV, radio, everywhere, as if you don't know his house or office. They should not have involved us at all. We don't even want to hear about it. Involving us irritates us because Nigerians are hungry. Nigerians are suffering economic hardship, and you are bringing a distraction instead of focusing on the real issues. Now, let's come back to the matter of fake certificates, unfortunately. Recall that A year ago, Umar Audu was his name, the Daily Nigerian investigative reporter, acquired a certificate from Benin Republic or Togo within 6 months and was mobilized for youth service and even went and registered. Then at a certain point he decided to blow the whistle that look, our systems are weak and there is a problem there. In University of Calabar, in the name of University of Calabar, a bread seller was mobilized for youth service. She doesn't have a certificate, she doesn't have a degree, and it was later she was discovered. And then up to about 18 or more of such from University of Calabar alone. Not talking about other universities, because the number had risen to about 189 or more, involving other institutions. In fact, for University of Calabar, it is because the Vice Chancellor went there herself to demand that there are people here with fake certificates from my university. They are not supposed to be at the NYC orientation camp. They are not supposed to be doing any service or whatever. If the Vice Chancellor had not gone there, NYC maybe would never have even discovered it.
So what is she taking for now among those who are corrupt?
So I believe that she's fighting it because she is the one that went and said, I've just discovered something. You must do something about it. If she did not go there, NYC would not do anything. Because after all, did they discover the investigative reporter? They never did. He was the one that announced himself at the end of the day.
It may interest you that, in fact, you know, Nigerians have even become more sophisticated, that now we are having fake PhD holders,
so
even fake professors.
So unfortunate.
You know, last time Professor Farouk Perogi challenged one of the ministers and then exposed the process where he got his professorship. And up till now, we have never had any solid response from that minister. So it is here all over the place. Fake professors, fake PhD holders, fake almost everything fake.
Let me tell you an incident when I was in Uganda. I was the dean of the postgraduate school, Kampala International University Western Campus in Ishaka, Uganda. Somebody came for postgraduate studies. He has a certificate, I almost called the name of the university, but one of the big universities here in the country. And then we went through his transcript, and we discovered that there were 1 or 2 courses that he failed. He has F. The F has remained there up to the time he's coming. So we asked, how did you graduate with a carryover that you've not cleared? He couldn't answer. He said maybe there is a mistake, something has happened. I mean, are you supposed to graduate when you did not pass all your courses? If there was a waiver somewhere, it should be indicated that it was waived. But this course, you're supposed to have passed it. And your transcript is showing that it's F, you failed it. And still you have a certificate of that university. Sure. We couldn't give him admission. Say, go and sort it out with your university in Nigeria. That is why now Uganda and Kenya and other African universities are saying certificates from Nigeria, we must verify them. After all, you've started verifying certificates from other African countries. Your own, we need to verify them. Especially with the exposure now that there are people with fake certificates, fake JAMB admission letters. We have fake students. We even have fake doctors and all manner of people. You know, we have fake students now, even students who don't have admission and they go and attend lectures. They just stay there. We have so many, you know, fake people all over the place. You know, one of the people that conducted operation and the young woman died was not a doctor, it's a fake doctor.
Dr. Kekere.
And then we have, you know, all those kind of people there. Just because you are a nurse, you will say you are a doctor. Just because you are an auxiliary staff in the hospital, they call you doctor and you agree. You say, you even put it before your name. I am Dr. Suboroto, so and so and so. You know, you just leave it and you're answering it. Even inside a church or mosque, you're answering the title that you don't deserve. In fact, one man was challenged one day because they call him doctor. They said, but okay, you are not a doctor. He said, yes, but my son is a doctor. If my son is a doctor, I am a doctor also.
He's a father. So
because I am the father of the son. So if my son is doctor, I am even more of a doctor.
I think I know this. Well, he was being open.
Yeah, like when I went to Yobe State, I saw people calling a woman Milord. So I was assuming she was a high court, superior court judge. So I also joined in calling her Milord. Later on, I realized that her husband was the chief judge, and she wasn't a judge. So she has suddenly become Milord because her husband is the chief judge. So you can see how unfortunate it is in this country.
All right, thank you very much. Thank you. I truly appreciate your submissions here. Dear listener, it's time again for our commercial break. When we come back, this time is going to be when you will fully join the conversation. Please stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Mr. Politician, it's good to see you again. It's been so long since you've been here. You had me thinking you were dead. How's your taxpayer mansion? How was your
Unity. Unity TV.
I was the head boy in my primary school, senior prefect and best graduating student in my secondary school, but drug abuse almost ruined my life.
I was on an average of 2 grams of cocaine per day.
I was taking 8 ampoules of pentazosine daily.
European shisha, cocaine.
I became a user, a dealer, and a gangster.
I saw other users drowning. I knew I didn't want to be like them, but I was already trapped.
My family disowned me.
My employment was terminated.
I sold my car, sold my house. I'll go out well-dressed and return shoeless, shirtless in exchange for drugs.
I was seeing things that were not real, and I once stabbed myself because I felt something crawling under my skin.
I contacted NDLEA and started therapy.
I spent 3 months in therapy.
I spent 8 months.
It's easy to relapse, but your mind has to be stronger than the cravings.
Drugs does not love you. You are not the one using drugs. Drugs are the one using you. Say no to drug abuse.
Are you bored and need some company? Get a TV experience like no other on Unity TV. We are turning up the hits with captivating TV shows, electrifying political programs, music, movies, and lots more that will leave you craving. I'm sure you want to know more. Tune into Unity TV today and let the excitement take over.
Please pay attention. It starts from the foundation. Everybody needs somebody. You turn a blind eye and care nothing less. Say it's just business, all about the money. You are so unbothered as long as they pay. Say it's just business, all about the money. You know they're on a fast lane, but you've got business to run. So you look away the other way. It concerns you. It a kill law, it a kill dreams. It a land people for jail. War against drug abuse.
Get ready to be entertained and inspired by the incredible stories around the globe. Don't miss out on the excitement. Hello at Work is an ultimate TV program that brings to you the interesting stories and daily happenings worldwide. Join us Mondays and Thursdays, 10 a.m. as we dive into the daily happenings and stories. Tune in and stay. Say hello to the world as you bring in your ideas, as it is a perfect blend of entertainment and information. Get ready to stay up to date while being entertained.
The Financial Services Regulation Coordinating Committee, FSRCC, in collaboration with the National Broadcasting Commission, NBC, wishes to draw the attention of the public to the worrisome increase in the activities of illegal financial operators, IFOs, which threaten public trust and the stability of the Nigerian financial system. The FSRCC and NBC hereby advises the general public to refrain from dealing with unlicensed financial operators who deceive individuals with unrealistically high investment returns. Make sure to verify the licensing status of such companies and schemes on this website. To report any suspicions of illicit financial activities, call 0700 225 5226, 0800 225 5226, or +234 817 665 6273. Let's work together to uphold the integrity of Nigeria's financial system. Announcer, FSRCC.
Mr. Politician, it's good to see you again. It's been so long since you've been here. You had me thinking you were dead.
Thank you. Permit me to go on and on and on, appreciating you for tuning to Unity 93.3 FM. The program is Unity Trend on your radio and TV. We're also on Facebook. I've seen a number of comments already. I truly appreciate you for that. Without you, I will not be here. Professor Pavena will not be here. Barrister Pozaruma and the rest will not be here. And so it's the last segment of Unity Trend this morning. And I would want you to get prepared, because the studio line will now be ready for you to call and give us your own opinion and contributions. All right, and for text message, it's good I give you right away, 0808 478 9999 for text message again, 0808 478 9999. And if you want to call us live, you can call us on 070 3235 3315. That is the line to call us, and then we hear from you. But of course, if you call, try not to tamper with our efforts to bring about a peaceful coexistence. And so stay away from such comments, and do well not to confront anyone or tilt towards name calling, profiling, and or what's not. Comments made on this platform, again, and not in any way the position of Unity 93.3 FM. The studio line again is 070-3235-3315. It's booting. Get ready to call. Meanwhile, at the moment, good morning to you. I am watching you from Garun Kurama, Lere, Kaduna State. Wish you good luck. And it's from Zainab Adamu. Thank you, Zainab Adamu, from our Facebook page. Adam Al-Qasim is a good morning, sir. Adam Al-Qasim by name, and watching you live from Kano State. Thank you for the good job. Thank you. Hope Kano and Kaduna are doing great this morning. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Thank you for calling.
Professor, good morning, sir.
Good morning. How do you?
My name is Nahude Duos, calling from Terminus.
Mr. Kingsley Barnabas, let's have you 1 minute.
My brother, what I want to say is for the police to advise the parents, it's very, very sad news in this country, because Nigeria is not the problem of Nigeria. Even the protests we, the youth, are doing in Nigeria, you mean that when the president listened to us now, they record that price of the thing in this country. Police will also get, we are also get. If Nigeria is good, for me and the police and the soldiers, it's for all of us in this country. If Nigeria is bad, all of us are suffering it. For instance, those people that voted this PC power now, would they say that voted this PC power, give me a petrol for 200 a liter? Who will answer them? That is the country we are. It's supposed to be, when we are doing this, we know that we are doing it in the name of our country, for betterment of this country, so that we, the citizens, we cannot suffer. This is my own opinion on this one.
Thank you.
CP fighting at Joro. Honestly, the news is very, very so sad.
Thank you.
We are supported in that police. Thank you. May God bless our country, bless our state.
All right, thank you very much.
No, it's really unfortunate. Could be they should invite Bello Turji and declare him wanted, give an ultimatum of when they will get him and produce him. Bello Turji, dead or alive. Somebody in one instance, this notorious kidnapper and bandit killed more than 200 people in one instant, and they have not brought him to book up to now. And then you're chasing shadows. You are not solving the problems of Nigeria. The police should not be contributing to the problems of the country instead of solving them.
All right, thank you. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning. My name is Promise. I'm calling from Jos.
Okay, which part of Jos, please? Which part of Jos?
I'm living in Jenta.
All right, in Jenta. Let's have you in a minute.
All right, your guests have spoken very well.
Thank you.
What here is this. The uniformed men in Nigeria are slaves to the government. Total slaves to the government. Because they go to the market with us, and when they push them, they go and do the otherwise. How can they be disturbing Nigeria? What has he done? He left his office, he did everything, and now they are taking him up. This was just to divert the attention of Nigerians.
Thank you.
You talk about herdsmen, poverty in Nigeria. You not tackle the herdsmen when they disrupt the farmers. So now, tackling another thing.
Thank you for
that. There is no pain in Nigeria.
Thank you. We will not give up.
Don't give up. Don't give up on Nigeria.
We cannot give up. We cannot give up. We cannot give up.
There is hope for Nigeria.
Of course there
Viewers
is,
and listeners, don't give up on Nigeria. We are the ones that make Nigeria. We can change Nigeria. We are determined and we work towards it. We can have a better country.
And change begins with...
Change begins with me.
With me.
Be the change you want to see in the world.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you. Okay, Sir Benedict, let's have you 1 minute.
Okay, yes, especially thank you, Professor.
Okay.
So honestly, very good to bless you, especially this morning.
Amen. Thank
your
you.
position on the education of GIJ, and even your position in taking critical issues in this country.
Yes.
You see, it is one thing to have a citizen. It's another thing to have a patriotic citizen. And also have to confirm this morning that I'm giving a vote of confidence on your guest, spending this morning. This means to be a competent and a patriotic citizen. In that, if some people in this country is in a position, honestly, there is statement, there is position over critical national issues. It's going to turn this country around. Honestly, that's my own position.
Wow.
It is also right for me to say that this man on the field is saving us from tribalism, because some of the people will see this particular issue of police invitation to Jagere from the angle and from the prism of tribe and the religion. I was listening to him say a particular program this morning, and he never see it from that particular angle. Meanwhile, he was accusing the federal government who are paid to go and arrest people who are actually the problems of this country.
Yes.
People like Wadini, who is also talking about democracy today. People that have committed a heinous crime against the state, not even against humanity, not even against the system, but against the Nigerian state. They are still working free in the society. People that are stealing the patrimony of this country, people that are stealing the good amount of this country, not to national budget. They are still working for the minister under Buhari. The foreign minister of nation for crying out loud. He's working in the street today.
All right.
And these people have never been invested by the EFCC or by the anti-graft agency of this country, by the Nigerian police. And they are still working freely. And Nigeria is shifting this more into poverty.
Thank you. Thank you, Benedict.
You know his house, like the paper just said, someone that can actually have a conversation with him on the radio, even though he's not above the law. And even though that arresting him or arresting him is not out of place for him to do that. But again, you look at the publicity of this as if this man is the president of Nigeria. Honestly, I think if I have a bottle of water, I would have come to the studio there and give to the person in the studio. You know, to come and to even add anything to him.
Thank you very much,
honestly,
Benedict.
I think Nigeria police should actually listen to him and then listen to his advice.
Thank you very much.
And people I want to make this money.
Thank you very much. Mr. Benedict this morning is saying you need to be listened to. You need attention should be given to your submissions. And I know there's a lot you've not reviewed because some of them, of course, are security. They are very sensitive. You can't say it on air. We truly appreciate. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, sir.
Thank you. Yes, your name?
Good morning, sir. Good morning, Joe.
You're welcome.
Yes, I'm John calling from Jos.
All right, in a minute, please.
Yes, I want to talk about the action of the Plateau State Governor.
All right, please go on.
Yes, on his some of his commissioners and other appointees. That he removed some they changed.
Suspend, yes.
I'm sure something has to do with initial division for his action. Yes.
Okay.
It's a good commendation.
Okay.
But yes, something must have gone wrong, and they are taking action.
All right.
I wish that he still dig further, especially on those people that we are starting with the position of sharing palliatives, sharing the issue of fertilizers.
Thank you.
On practice basis, on trainings and all these things. You didn't go to the people that we are supposed to get it, the Plateau people.
Yes.
Before, when there is what happened, you should go to this and big thing to bring the other commission for all that too. Yes, they've been there.
All right, thank you.
Go and bring them out. Yeah, we know that, yes, these things will never be done again.
Thank you very much.
These people, yes, will not do other damages to Plateau people. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Talking about fertilizer, truly, Professor, I know of a man who approached me. He called me actually online and said he has evidence, overwhelming evidence, of how people have stored up fertilizer in the city of Jos here, meant to be shared amongst people. The governor has made it clear, even publicly, that fertilizer is there for you. Farmers, it might not be enough, but this is the amount of fertilizer sent to you. But these people, he called me and said that. Now, talking about investigative reporters, what do you do about this? By the time you attempt to do this, looking at corruption in this part of the world,
absolutely,
will endanger the lives of your families.
And these things should be investigated. Some of us are farmers. We've never received any fertilizer from the government. We've never benefited from any palliative. Even the mosquito nets that were given by an NGO, we did not benefit, nor our neighbors. I don't know any of my friends who has received, or anybody in the ward, the place where we're staying, nobody received anything. There was no even enumeration. And we're here in Jos. We're here part of Plateau State. We've never received 1 grain of rice or 1 tiny grain of fertilizer, as a palliative or anything. Yet some people have more than enough for themselves. That is meant for other people. And these are matters that should be investigated. We're calling on His Excellency the Governor of Plateau State, Khalid Manasseh Mutfwang, to investigate the distribution of fertilizer palliatives and other palliatives that come from the federal government, and every other palliative. There should be an investigation as to how these things just disappear, and how some people have more than enough while some people don't have anything.
All right. Hello, good morning. Hello. Okay, I think we lost that. 070-3235-3315 is the studio line. You can also be a part of it, and I'll be very happy. Hello, good morning. Good morning. All right. Hello?
Good morning, Uncle B.
Hello. Good morning.
I'm Musa Ike Kalu calling you from Angorogu.
It's good to have you. In a minute, please.
Thank you. I want to speak about this issue of certificate forgery.
All right.
You see, Uncle B, it's very, very unfortunate the situation we find ourselves in. That is when you continue hearing sex for grade, bribery for certificate. This has become rampant. But let's get back to UNESCO. What has UNESCO adopted as an education? Anything you can speak it and write it is an education. Today, we Nigerians, we should be asking ourselves, why is China coming all the way from China to our universities, trying to learn? Go and see Chinese are broadcasting in Nigerian languages, making products in Nigerian languages and writing manuals matter to us. You see this situation that we have chosen ourselves. If you are not an English-speaking guy, you have nothing to offer in terms of nation building. We should stop shifting away from this. You can see somebody saying he's a mechanical engineer. His crash quick, his engine will break down, his motor will break down. He cannot even be able to fix it. At the end of the day, that person is calling it back. He will get to him to come and fix it. He will fix his vehicle or any other thing. We will get back to the drawing board and know what is an education. Not necessarily somebody must be speaking English before he has something to offer in terms of nation building.
All right.
Thank you, my brother.
Thank you very much.
Mr. Ike Carlo made an important point there about the too much emphasis we put on certificates. That is why it is making people to go and get fake certificates. Now, the trend around the world, the multinational companies like Google and the rest are moving from the trend of bring your certificate. No, what can you do? Show us what you can do. Certificate or no certificate, if you can do it, you get the job. But in our country, there is so much emphasis on certificate. People have the certificate and they can't do anything. Somebody can do something, he has no certificate, you refuse to employ him. So that's why people are desperate to get certificates. Now, he has made an important point. You see these Chinese, they speak Hausa, I was surprised. And they even broadcast in Hausa language. You have Radio France, they broadcast in Hausa language. BBC have been doing it for years. And VOA, you know, they're French citizens, but they're speaking Hausa language. They're Chinese, they're speaking Hausa. And so we need to redefine what education is in this country and shift from just certificate. Let's let the people have skills. It is your skills that will sustain you in these difficult times. Education without skills is like a gun without ammunition.
All right, thank you. Our listener and viewer, please permit me to read comments on Facebook right now before I pick any more calls if time is still there. I've already read that of Zainab Adamu from Lere and also Adam Al-Qasim from Kano. Now is Crested George Aziz. Good morning, the great minds in the studio, always doing what you know how to do best. I love your unbiased analysis and may God continue to bless you all and protect your families. I say amen to that. Amen. Great days ahead. I love your show. Aziz Felix George Crested, Don Fellow from Rukuba Road in Jos Plateau State, Nigeria. Thank you. Ayende Abdul is a good morning, presenter. I want to comment on Ajero's issues. I don't know why we are making Ajero feels untouchable. How did you know he has not been invited before going public? Ajero should honor the invitations, and NLC threatening Nigeria with strike here. Okay. Here, Professor is complaining about a threat, yet NLC is threatening strike. How are you different? Okay, nobody is above the law. Ajero should honor the invitation. I'm sure there will be a response.
No, Ajero did not say he will not honor it. He said he will honor it. That's definite.
He's not above the law.
If he refuses to honor it, we will attack him on this. We will be against him. We will be the first. He did not say he won't honor it. He will honor it. The approach the police is using is wrong, making noise about this. They shouldn't have made all the noise. They know his house, they know his office, they know where he is. Why are you coming on national air and telling us about it? It should have been between them and Ajero instead of involving the whole of Nigeria.
All right, that's it. Assalamu alaikum, barka da safiya, aiki sakon fatan alheri daga Ibrahim mai karfe Kurna ina makufata. Zona Lafia. Thank you. And it's from Ibrahim. I tried to read Hausa one there. Thank you. Okay, Muhammad Tajuddin saying, good morning, gentlemen in the studio, and thank you for the wonderful job you are doing in the studio. Nigerians are suffering more than any other time, and there is no any light at the end of the tunnel. If the president wants to return for the second term, he should do the needful before it becomes too late. If bringing back the fuel subsidy will reduce this suffering, he should consider it as soon as possible. Muhammad Tajuddin from Naraguda. Thank you, Muhammad Tajuddin. Favor Esther Bulus. Good morning, Kubi and the professor in the studio. Keep up the good work that you are doing. May God continue to help us in this country, Nigeria. I say amen to that. maybe one more call, just as time will permit. Hello, good morning.
My name is Tafe.
Okay, you have less than a minute. Please go on.
Good morning, good morning, Barrister.
You're welcome. Good morning.
The reason why we are facing all this problem is because of our leaders. They are not honest. Even the mosquito net you are talking about, Barrister that is talking about, if they can cook their mosquito net to become a food, I said they will not share the mosquito net. So why are we doing this? Fertilizer is not belongs to. It's supposed to be given to people that they are farming. You that you are not farming, what is your business with fertilizer?
Okay.
And if they give it to the people that they are farming, we get enough food in the country.
All right.
So our leaders are supposed to be very honest with us.
Honesty.
So that we can get this right in this country.
Thank you.
May God bless Nigeria.
Amen. Thank you.
We're having to remove 45,000 naira and more to buy fertilizer, while some people are wasting the fertilizer. They don't need it, like you said. They're not even farmers. What are they doing with fertilizer? They want to use it as a political campaign strategy to get votes or what? What is the problem? And yet we want food security in the country. Give the people the fertilizer to use. Give the farmers the fertilizer instead of hoarding it, keeping it, and using it, for politics.
All right. Salama Pate and Suda.
Oh, Salamat Pagi.
Salamat Pagi and Suda Makan. Okay, to our Professor Barrister Zaruma and Skubi, we are really proud of you all. May Allah continue to protect and guide you all to end bad government in Nigeria is to have Professor Bameyi into the leadership of our great country. So please, Professor, accept the call of Nigerian masses and rescue Nigeria from Comrade Alhaji Kamal Jos. I think Comrade Alhaji has been alone with Chief Aboki. Henry Aboki. I think these are the two people who will. Yes. Okay, good morning, Kobe, and our amiable, consistent, and passionate analyst, Professor Bameyi, and the objective barrister Zaruma. God bless and keep you for the wonderful and objective analysis. I commend our governor for responding to 4 key officials suspending 4 key officials, though we don't know for what. It is good that when officials are found guilty, they should be punished accordingly. However, I want to plead with the listening governor and the speakers to swear in the remaining 6 members of the assembly so that some of us can't be represented. Peace is priceless. Let's live in peace. God bless Unity FM and Nigeria. Christy Izang from...
We join Christy Izang to request Honorable Diwan Gabriel, please swear in those 6 outstanding members of the Plateau State Assembly. Please swear them in. It's very important. Right. And we want to also suggest that the state government is not enough to just suspend these people. Tell us what they did.
All right.
Let it not be a secret. They are public officers, so everything about them should be public, including their sickness and disease. It should be public. That's why they are occupying public office. If you want your life to be secret, don't occupy public office. Go and remain a private man. But if you're in the public office, everything about you should be made public.
All right, Bulus Homan Esther in Faringate, say good morning, Kobe, and the professor, the barrister in the studio. May God continue to bless you both for educating us and general public free of charge. May God continue to help us in this country called Nigeria. We pray for a better Nigeria over a dream. Thank you, Bulus Esther Homan in Faringate, and good morning. Do you still have kwa for sale? Yes, we still have kwa for sale. Thank you so much. And that's why good morning. NLC presence is not above the law and must honor invitations. Several heads of agencies, including ministers, honored security invitations. So this is about him as a person. He should not threaten to shorten down economy. He is worse than the Bello Tujir you guest is mentioning. Going by the allegations, charges against him. If the police did not arrest him, then every criminal should be allowed to move freely. Okay, your name is not here. If I had known, probably I
think
would
we
not
should
be able
clarify
to,
that he did not say he will not honor. He will honor it.
He will honor it.
If he doesn't honor, we will be the ones, the first on this platform to go against him. He must honor the invitation. But the police are making so much noise, much ado about nothing. It should have been between them and him. It should not be a news headline all over the world and disturb us about it. It should have been between them and the NLC president.
Okay, Prof.
Not involving the whole of Nigeria.
All right, morning, Mr. Kobi and Prof. Barrister Zaruma. If politicians can just have a sip of a car, a radiator, water, I promise you must corrupt people with disease from bad acts. High times we unite and work together and ensure there is a capital punishments for corrupt people, as this will help save Nigeria. Nigeria is our fatherland. We must deal decisively with crimes to end the criminal act. Let's don't forget to get a farm as the rain returns and clean our environment. Adewumi from Bachiri Road. I apologize. I will not be able to read all of your text messages, but tomorrow, God's willing, I will do that. It's already time for us to step out of the studio. Thank you so much, our dear listener and viewer, for always being there. Professor, I think I should again, on behalf of our listener and viewer, say thank you for coming. Barrister as well, we appreciate. The crew who made this possible, I truly appreciate you. Tomorrow is going to be another lovely day. Do have yourself a wonderful day ahead. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Mr. Politician, it's good to see you again. It's been so long since you've been here. You had me thinking you were dead. How's your tax?